Hey there, and welcome to yet another one of my cheesy YouTube videos. This video we're going to take the alternator out of my 2008 Mercedes E320 with a OM642 diesel. Let's get started. Okay, I unhooked the negative battery terminal. I got to remove this cover right here. The passenger side air cleaner box, because somewhere buried underneath all this sits an alternator. I took two bolts out the front here, and that took that cover off. You have to pull the cover out of this hole down here. So you undo the two top bolts and you pull up, and they'll pop out of this hole. It's got a bunch of these bolts like this. I forgot what size they are. But don't freak out about trying to find a wrench for them. 5/16 12 point fits them. So between that combination wrench and my 5/16 12 point socket, I'm pretty much getting everything done. And then there's a little torque screw that holds this clip in. And then some more of those 5/16 12 points to take this muffler. I think it's a baffle or a muffler, whatever they want to call it, right here. There's two bolts to hold that in. My inner bolt is broke off, and I've got a lot of oil leak somewhere. I've got lots of crap in here. Anyway, so only the top one was holding the muffler in place. Then the muffler snatched out of this aluminum pipe right here because I took this off. And I'm just pushing the muffler out of the way, and I'm putting a rag in the end here to keep dirt and stuff from falling into my intake. And also, when I took my air filter, my passenger side or my right hand air filter off, I shoved a rag in there. And 17 millimeter fits the tensioner for the belt. There's a hole in the tensioner that I could shove a screwdriver in. So once I pulled the tensioner to release the tension on the belt, I shove the screwdriver through, and that allows the tensioner to hold itself in place, and which makes it a lot easier. And the belt is pretty much off. You might want to stop, and you might want to document the route of the belt. I looked down here and I didn't see it on my front clip or on my hood. So it'd be a smart idea to document the route of the belt. Then I'll be able to reach down and take the belt off of the pulley for the alternator. I'm going to spin the tensioner's pulley and the alternator's pulley, and I think there's a couple idlers in there. I'm going to spin pretty much all the pulleys to make sure nothing has a bad bearing. Removing the air filter gives you access to see the alternator, which is way down here. So once I get that belt off, there's a plug down there, and I'll get that plug off. That plug is for some wires, and then there's a couple heavier wires bolted to it for the positive and the ground. But I'm getting the belt off, then I'm going to undo the alternator and then undo the wires while it's down in there. Okay, I got the alternator out. It came through this hole right here. It's tight. This has a little bit of, it's mounted on rubber, so I was able to force this a little bit. I just had to keep rolling it to where these brackets on each side, everything, till just everything lined up. And I had to take this lower induction hose off, which is just a wire you pull out. And then the hose hooked to this bracket right here and I had to undo it, which is 3 E10s and a T20. The E10 is the same as the 5/16 12 point as far as what it fits. My E10 was 3/8 drive. There just really wasn't room for it, so I stuck with my 1/4 inch drive with a 5/16 12 point. I just had to keep rolling it to get it to come up through there. It came out, but it was extremely tight. The bolts that secured the alternator to the engine are E14s. There's 4 of them. Make sure you get the 2 bottom ones out first, because you're just going to feel around for those. That way you leave one of the easier top bolts to be your last bolt. The wire, the nut holding the hot wire to it was 13. I used a 1/2 inch, but 13 socket. And then the plug for the other plug in the alternator just unplugged. I do not see a ground strap on mine. I'll look closer for it. I think the ground strap's usually one of the E14 bolts that secure the alternator to the body, but I didn't see one. I'm going to take it to an alternator shop and let them have at it. I ain't jacking with it. I hope it's bad. It should be bad. I mean, it really should be. The only other thing would be is if I'm not getting a signal to tell the alternator to energize, but I wouldn't know why I would have lost that. So that's pretty much it. Going back is going to be the opposite. Let me get this alternator taken in. Well, thank you for watching my video. I hope it helped you. Please look for another video that I'm going to do right after I finish this one. It's on replacing the belt. And the reason why I say that, it talks a little bit about the belt routing, some of the quirkiness to the way Mercedes-Benz did it. Talks about the modern alternator pulley, which is not just a pulley these days. And it also talks about an oil leak that I created when I replaced the alternator. And it's going to be an interesting video, I believe. So anyways, thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, tell your friends about it, and remember, if you love life and learning new things, go aimless.com.